That's is Ryan Rudd. Rudd is 3-1 on 13 appearances with a 5.91 ERA. He's walked just slightly less than the people he struck out. 23 walks and 25 strikeouts. So control's an issue. On the other foot, Chappell's only walked 8. This guy's walked 23. So leadoff batter Jack Ingraham has been the catalyst of the offense all year long, getting on base and causing havoc. And the 0-0 on the way, popped up, foul out of play, 0-1. Ingraham 373 on the year. Second hitter behind Sure. Breaking ball, ground ball to short, backhanded in the hole, comes up, spins, slips, can't make the throw. And Ingraham will be on base with an infield hit. The Cougs are in business. That'll bring Caden Stutzman to the plate, the left fielder. Ingraham a threat to run. Stutzman, very good short game guy. Might give him a chance to steal or might just go ahead and execute one right now and let Sure drive him in. But Ingraham has an average lead. Rudd comes set and the pitch. Shows bunt, takes it for a ball. So Rudd behind 1-0 to Stutzman. Ingraham increases his lead slightly. And there's a pick. He's back safely. Good hit and run. Good short game. I think short game. He shows bunt again. Bunts it. A ball at him. He just bunted it so he didn't get hit in the mouth. It's just out of self-defense. Nothing we could really do about it. It's tough to get out of the way of that once you score around. That evens the count at 1-1. Coach Avila puts on another sign, and Ingram has a little shorter lead this time. Rudd comes set, and the pitch. Doesn't bunt, base, ground ball up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman, and the ball goes 4-6-3, and Stutzman's retired on a double play. That'll bring Matt Sure to the plate. 1-1 was the count. They could have short gamed. Frank rolled the dice, and the ball was hit relatively well up the middle. The second baseman made a nice backhanded play to flip and to pivot by the shortstop, and Stutzman was doubled off. The 0-0 to Sure. Fastball taken for a strike. So it's a tough luck. Plenty of time to make up the run. Just breaking it up a little bit early. And the 0-1, breaking ball. Called strike 2. Sure in a quick hole 0-2 right now. Outfield plays him fairly deep, straight away. Right fielder's in shallow. The 0-2, a little knock him off the plate type look. Running the count to 1-2. Beyond 2 outs. Sure the batter. The pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Rudd comes set. The 1-2 to Sure. Breaking ball in the dirt. Taken for a ball. 2-2. So Sure's even the count. So far, they give him a steady diet of breaking balls. Might have had success with that when they pitched against him in the last 3-game set. I don't know. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball. Called strike 3 on a ball that was up and in. And there we go. I told you the minute it happened, Frank would chirp. The home plate umpire looked at him. But he knows he blew the call. That'll bring an end to the first inning. Cougs down 2-0. We are back at Frankonaga Field. 1 inning in the books. Lassen down 2-0. Chapel's coming out for a second inning of work. And the walk and the hit batsman end up haunting Chapel, as both scored, one from a double and one from a fielder's choice. And Shasta leads 2-0. The batter is Mario Hernandez, and the 0-0 slider called strike. And indeed, when Shergott rang up in the end of the first, Frank had something to say, and it wasn't nice. The 0-1, another slider called strike 2. But it had to be said, you got to defend your hitters. If you don't, they'll try to defend themselves, and they'll stare at the umpire or say something stupid, and next thing you know, you lose a player. So it's good that Frank's defending his players so they don't have to defend themselves. Chapel ahead early on Hernandez, 0-2 in the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring up Julian Escueta to the plate. 278 hitter coming into the series. Chapel set, the 0-0 on the way. Fastball, called strike. The strike zone seems to be a little bit better this inning.
Let's go, Chap. Let's go, babe.
1 out, 0-1 pitch. Fastball out of the zone, swung and missed. Chapel gets ahead early, 0-2. Wouldn't doubt to see another pitch up to see if he chases it. Might go slider off the plate. The pitch. There's your fastball up. It's taken for a ball. Chapel still way ahead, 1-2. Did make a mistake on an 0-2 last inning, but sure tracked it down. So there was no mistake on that 0-2 pitch. The 1-2 on the way. Slider weakly swung on and weakly fouled off. Escueta stays alive, but is still behind in the count 1-2. Escueta, no home runs on the year. He's not one of the power guys that Shasta has in their lineup. The pitch. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 3.
He's feeling it now.
That'll bring A.J. Davies to the plate. Davies hitting 237. Has a couple home runs. Struck out this year more than he's walked. And the 0-0 on the way. Line drive, base hits in left field. Stutzman blocks it, picks it up. Ball's back in the infield. Shasta has a runner on first with 2 outs. That'll bring leadoff hitter Shea Bowen to the plate. Bowen, their leading hitter, as we talked about in his first at-bat. Retired him 4-3 in his previous at-bat. Squad has only sold 1 base. Moderate lead. 0-0 on the way. Fastball called strike. It's not a bad time to steal the guy, even though he's not a great base stealer. If he gets thrown out, you have your leadoff guy starting the next inning. And there's the pick to first base. So even though he's not a threat, you still roll the dice to see if you can get him in a scoring position. If it doesn't work out, top of the order in the top of the third for Shasta. So Chapel comes set. It counts 0-1. And the pitch. Fouled off at the plate. Strike 2. Chapel again gets ahead early in the count and is way ahead 0-2. It is a really good time to run them. You get your leadoff batter a new at bat, being down in the hole 0-2 right now. But he has a short lead. He's not running, and the ball's taken up.
Let's go, Chap.
So Chad's been a little bit more aggressive with his 0-2 pitches this inning. Making sure that he works the setup pitch in instead of making a mistake and getting hurt on it. Again, a really short lead by Shasta runner at first. And he's running, and the pitch is on the way. Ball's in the dirt. Davenport scoops, throws the second. It won't be in time. And Escuela's in there with a stolen base. Exactly what we had talked about. Try to steal him, get him in scoring position for your leadoff guy. If he's out, your leadoff guy is doing bad. Now he's up to plate with 2-2 and a runner in scoring position. He looks twice, goes to the plate, slider, taken, ball gets away from Davenport, and the runner will end up at third. Ill-advised throw by Davenport. There was no play. No reason to throw that ball. So the count goes to full. And kind of heading into the heart of Shasta's order. Bowen's got 5 home runs for a leadoff batter. And it's a full count. The pitch on the way. Fastball up and away. Ball 4. Shasta will have first and third, 2 out. And the batter will be Canute Mizuta. Mizuta walked in the first and scored the first run on the double by Cressetti. Davenport calls the first and third play. And Bowen is 17 of 19 in stolen bases. Definitely a threat to run with the big left-hander up. Chapel comes set, short lead, and a pickoff back easily. First and third, 2 outs. Top of the second, 2-hole hitter up. Another pickoff. You almost got to pay it. You got to pay attention to him. 17 swipes is a lot. Finally, the 0-0 pitch. Slider taken for a ball. You got to be kidding right now.
Oh boy, good pitch, Chap.
I could call it better from up here. But the ball, it goes as a ball. It counts 1-0 now. I've never seen this. I've been around. I've never seen this umpire before. Like I said, I don't mean to hammer on the guy. And the 1-0 on the way. Fastball up. Call a strike. This is becoming a zoo at this point in time. I don't want to bag on the guy. He could very well be calling every pitch perfect. But from what we're seeing from here, there's been a half a dozen calls that have been questionable. The 1-1 on the way. Called a ball. Bowen not running on the play.
One, two?
No, 2-1.
It looked like he was going.
So a 2-1 pitch. Checks the runner once, now picks. So we go from striking out the first 2 hitters of the inning to a base hit and a walk and a threat going on right now. And a pass ball. First and third, the pitch. Up and away, 3-1. Mizuta is the third leading hitter. Now it's previously second leading hitter. The guy ahead of him doesn't have very many at-bats. And the 3-2 on the 3-1. Sorry, it's only 3-1. So the runner not necessarily running, but could. Mizuta is going to sit dead red on a fastball. If he gets it, he's going to try to drop the barrel on it. Runner's not running. 3-2 pitch up. The Shasta hitters actually took a step toward first base thinking it was ball 4. That goes for a strike. This is going to get worse if it doesn't get the umpire to start leveling things out a little bit. There's going to be a lot of conversation about the zone. So here's a 3-2. Bowen will be running with the pitch. The infielders have to go across the field on a ground ball. And here's the pitch. A little flare down the left field line. It's going to score at least 1. It's going to score 2. And Mizuta will be in with a stand-up double at second base. So Mizuta gets a double, scores Bowen and Davies, and the Cougs trail 4-0. That'll bring up Drew Reynolds. Reynolds 306, but with 7 home runs. So he's got pop. He got hit with a pitch his last at bat. There's a runner on second, 2 outs. And the 3 will hit her up. Slider swung and missed. Strike 1 on that pitch. They ought to get the guy thrown out for that can of chew in his pocket, but that's being a little nitpicky. But I'm all about it. 0-1. Another slider hit lazily to left field. Relatively, Stutzman's there, makes the catch, inning over. But the Cougs give up 2 more and trail 4-0 after an inning and a half. Rudd out for his second inning of work. He'll be facing third baseman Zach Rackham. Rackham hitting 266 on the year. Rudd gave up a hit in the first, but it was quickly erased with a 4-6-3 double play by Stutzman.
Let's go, Zachy. Let's go, babe.
The 0-0, fastball, strike.
Missed the swing, man.
Do some damage, babe. Do some damage.
Not my fault.
Rackham behind 0-1. Rudd steps off. New pitch on the way. A little confusion somewhere, but it's figured out now. And the 0-1, fastball up, and Rackham swings. We would have 1-1. That's a ball. Even with this guy's zone, that's a ball.
Let's go,
You
Zach.
can't. You got to maximize these opportunities. You can't go from 1-1 to bury yourself in an 0-2 count. But that's what happened to Rackham. And the 0-2 taken away. Ball 1.
Let's go, Zach. You protected there, babe. Ball and play.
Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2. The assistant coach for Shasta, John Bentley, worked for me for 3 years, I think. He's a hell of a coach. Went out, did some 4-year work, and came back home to the Reading area and helping Brad Rupert. The 2-2. Fouled out of play. John did our pitching, and he actually took over for me after I got out. I think he had 2 or 3 years there, and then he went back to a 4-year level. Base hit up the middle on a 2-pitch by Rackham. Cougars have a leadoff runner on again, a guy who can steal, and Logan Fisher up at the plate. Don't know how capable Logan is of short gaming. Pretty good hitter. Don't know how much you're willing to short game down 4, but it's still early. I'm still playing for 1 at this point. You got the bottom order coming up. Play for the 1. And the 0 is on the way, taken for a ball. Rackham with 17 stolen bases, a threat to run, but in a 4-0 hole. Ball gets away from the catcher. The runner will advance, and the count will go 2-0 to Fisher. Now you don't need a short game. That's the good thing. Don't have to give up a run to get a guy out to get a guy in scoring position. You have one. It's Rackham, and he can run. The outfield straight away, relatively deep. Infield double play depth. Not really looking for a bunt. The 2-0 pitch. Base hit right field. Right fielder fields it on one hop, gets the ball in. Rackham's held up at third, and Fisher has a single to right, and the Cougars are in business. That'll bring Nathan Rowley to the plate. Rowley's hitting .273. Starting in right field today. First and third, nobody out. And Rowley's hitting. The middle's in double play depth. The corners will probably check the runner and then go. Now he shows bunt. The ball's in the dirt. Nobody advances. Fisher probably should have. Got to read that ball in the dirt, especially when it's a breaking ball. Take that free 90. He didn't. And that's okay. There's no outs. Sometimes no outs, no chances. He has a pretty big. Oh, yeah. They're going to try to pick him off here. No, they don't. He steals. They go behind Rowley, and the pass ball is going to score Rackham easily. I don't understand. Fisher had a lead that there is no way he could have got back to first on. Zero chance he was going to get back to first. And Rudd, the pitcher, went to the plate, and John Bentley has the same problem understanding why. He's on his way out to the mound.
I thought it hit him, but it must be behind him. Yeah.
John's going to have that discussion. It's about the lead because he was outside the arc. So there was a zero chance he was even going to head back to first base on a pickoff. They were going to do a first and third rundown type thing, which seems a little bit odd because there was no outs. That's something that I wouldn't call with no outs. But Frank had a good idea, and Fisher gets credit for the stolen base, even though the pass ball. He was still going to be safe standing up at second base, and Fisher does not run well. That's how big of a lead and jump that he got. So Rowley's hitting with a 2-0 count. And runner at second base is Fisher. Have anybody out? Now there's a flash pick at second. Ball goes into center field. He does not try to advance. Fisher took him a while to get off the ground and had no idea that the ball was in center field. All they had to do was look at the shortstop for Shasta, and he would have known because the guy just stood there pissed off that the ball didn't get to him. He didn't try to deke him, didn't hold the tag on him, thinking he had the ball, nothing. Just stood there pissed. Decent lead. Rowley is foul. 1. Corners are in, especially after he just showed bunt. Fisher with a good lead at second. Shortstop's hounding him, and the pitch on the way. Shows bunt again. It's a foul ball down the third baseline, and the count's going to go to 2-2. I'm sure Frank has the sign that you bunt for a hit or you bunt to execute the guy over. I don't know which one was on. If the bunt to execute him was on, Rowley did not do a good job on either one. The ball cannot roll foul if you're bunting to execute. Can't roll foul. You got to be able to have the ball in play and get the runner up. So it's 2-2. Fisher at second. No outs in the pitch. Breaking ball way in front and looped it over the third baseman's head, but foul. And they'll return to the plate with that same 2-2 count. Fisher will return to second. Imperative that the Cougars get this second run across, minimum. I know it's early, but you can't let runners at second base with no outs not score. The 2-2 on the way, takes it low and away. Ball 3. If he walks, I'm almost going to promise you that Cook's going to bunt. The 3-2 pitch, set the pitch, ball 4, low and away. Now Red is the one struggling. That'll bring Jake Cook to the plate. We're calling for a bunt. Shasta shortens the corner up. First baseman's not in very much. He's playing behind the runner right now. Still playing after he backs up. Maybe I'm out thinking it. As shows bunt, and he bunts it right in front of the plate. It hit him in the box and goes as a foul ball. Catcher had picked up the ball and made a nice throw to third, which would have been deadly. But Cook gets to try it again. Now the first baseman's in. Should have been in on the first pitch. But now he's in. Third base is slightly, and he'll play hard at him. He'll only charge if the ball comes hard at him and the pitch on the way. Fouled off again at the plate. This just chaps your bottom if you're a head coach right now. You got a chance to get something really good going, and your batter can't get the bunt down. Cook hitting an even 200 coming into the series. He's an average runner at best. Fisher at second, Raleigh at first. Fisher single, Raleigh on the base on balls. No outs, 0-2 to Cook. Now he's showing sack again. First baseman comes hard. Throws it out there, now bunts it nice to the third baseman. Comes up, makes it outbounds play. Can't make it. Bobbles it on an 0-2 sacrifice bunt. The third baseman cannot make the routine play. Cook's on with an error, E5. And that'll bring up Juan Perez. So after Cook not being able to get done on 2 consecutive pitches, he's called on to do it with 0-2 and gets it done, and the third baseman cannot make the play. Base is full of Cougars, no outs. Perez the batter. The 0 is a breaking ball low.
Let's go, Wani. Let's go, babe.
Got a guy warming up.
Perez hitting 235. Cougs got 1 run in and bags are drunk. And the 1-0 to Perez. Ball 2, way up. Some activity in Shasta's bullpen. The 2-0 to Perez. Ball 3. Way in. You can't let that one hit you. In danger of walking in the second run for the Cougs. The 3-0. Fastball taken for a strike. And Perez walks to first, which he shouldn't do. That'll chap the ump's bottom a little bit. He's had his own struggles. Counts 3-1. Corners in. Infield double play depth. The pitch. Base hit. Right field. 1 run's going to score. Ball's cut off by the first baseman. Another run's in. Bases are still loaded. Head coach Brad Rupert's on his way to the mound, and there's going to be a pitching change. So Red, who kind of sailed in the first, completely implodes with the help of an error by the third baseman, and his day is going to be over. Didn't get an out here in the second.
31.
He could come back tomorrow with his out of the day being so short. We'll be back after the change.
That sound right? Yeah, 31.
The new pitcher for Shasta is Gavin Gard. Gavin's 2-0 on the year with 35 2/3 innings pitched with a 4.79 ERA. He has struck out twice as many people as he's walked. He must have a pitch that is missing bats. The bags are still drunk. The 0-0 on the way to Davenport. Low and away, ball one. Shasta still playing their infielders at double play depth. Corners are in. So first, third, and pitcher will go to the plate on a ground ball. Unless it takes the third baseman to his left, I try to turn it the 5-4-3. Guard comes set. The 1-0 on the way. Strike. This guy throws pretty firm. What do you think? Firm fastball. Bases loaded, no outs. Davenport the batter. 1-1 on the way. Hole. 349. He took over for the injured Kyle Miklas and has done a working man's job. He's thrown out a few runners, handled the bat well. Done a pretty good job in relief of Miklas. He's in the hole here, 1-2, and the pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Shasta's catcher. No one able to advance. Count goes to 2-2. Davenport would be tough to double up. Runs okay. Big hole on the left side of the infield. Shasta's playing him extremely late in the infield and late in the outfield. 2-2 on the way. Ball's hit the right center field. It's sinking. Now it's caught by the center fielder who throws home. The play at the plate, not in time. Back pick at second. They got him. Oh, they're calling obstruction. They're calling obstruction, and it's a. I don't know if he got the. There was obstruction. I don't know what the rule is. But the ball took him. They had no other options. The throw from the catcher took him to the shortstop side of second base. So it goes as a sacrifice fly for Davenport. Scores a run, the Cougars third. And they still have first and third, one out. Cook was awarded third from the obstruction call. And Rupert's questioning him, but the only other option that guy had was to let the ball go to center field. I'll take the base. I'm a Cougar guy, but it is just, I don't know. What they expect the guy to do? Let the ball go to center field? That can't be the intent of the rule. Wish Court Cortez was there. He knows every rule in that book. He's got it memorized. Where you at, Court, when I need you? Rupert's done with his conversation. They'll bring Ingraham to the plate, who can do a variety of things. He could push to score. Perez not real quick. Not a base stealing threat, but they all run decent. Cougs right back in the game. They're going to appeal to play at third on the tag up. Home plate umpire calls him safe. I didn't see the tag. I was watching the catch. Couldn't tell if it was early or not. It was a close play at the plate, and the ball took him up the line. I couldn't see a nice slide. He went around the catcher trying to catch the ball. Perez at first, Cook at third, Ingram at the plate, the 0-0. Fastball, strike one. Ingram, the seventh batter of the inning, and there's still only one out. Another tough guy to double up, but they got Stutzman on a double play, and he's a real tough guy to double up. There's the pick to first. Fans at third, going nowhere. So I know Frank's got a hook play in there. If they ran a hook on Cook right now, he might be out. Now he froze that time. So they picked off again, and Cook froze to see the throw at first. And then once he saw the ball in the air, he expanded his lead. So great job of base running by Cook. 0-1 count to Ingraham. And the pitch. He shows bunt, punts it to the first baseman. Ball's going to go foul, but not by much. Guy Hollywooded a little bit, man. Came in slow. The ball was real close. but it goes as a strike to Ingraham. So count goes to 0-2. Short game now would probably be off the table. Perez at first, Cook at third, 1 out, 3 runs in for the Cougars, who still trail 4-3 in the pitch. Break up. That was a mistake pitch by him as well. You're not trying to get him to chase breaking balls at the chest. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runners at the corners. Another pick in the dirt. Almost gave up a cheap run right there. Perez back easily. One, two on the way. Breaking ball. Base hit. Left field. Ball is down. Perez is going to go first to third. So Ingram delivers a 1-2 single to left field and ties the game for the Cougars.
How about Jackie?
Cook scores. Perez goes to third. Caden Stutzman will be the batter now. First and third, 1 out. The Cougs have tied the game with a 4 spot here in the bottom of the second. Ingraham is a threat to steal. Stutzman is a threat to bunt. All sorts of options in Coach Avila's closet right now. Infield still a double play depth, and now he balked. I didn't see what he did, but he balked, and everybody was yelling balk, so it had to be something obvious. Perez scores the go-ahead run. Ingraham goes to second base. Stutzman is still at the plate with an 0-0 count. Disastrous inning for Shasta pitchers, including the error by the third baseman on the bunt. Ingram with a huge lead. The pitch. Fastball strike. 0-1 to Stutzman. The Cougs fight back. Stutzman, the 8th batter of the inning, grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play. And here's the pitch. Weakly hit foul. It's hit so poorly, even Coach Foreman made the play. Quick 0-2 hole. This just might be a football score today. Shasta can hit. And Lassen's already put up 5. So it's 5-4. Lassen up. Ingram with a huge lead. The pitch popped up, foul and out of play. Sure on deck. Barring some kind of mistake, he should hit no matter what. The 0-2 taken low and away for a ball. Catcher dropped the ball, but Ingram not able to advance. Good 0-2 pitch by guard. The tempo has slowed for Shasta. Signs are getting in late, and a lot of Stutzman does not ask for timeout. Ingram with another big lead. And the 1-2 curveball swung and missed for strike 3. Stutzman is retired, swinging. That'll bring Matt Scher. Matt struck out looking his first at-bat. Can't really count it. It was a horrible call. Inside and went for a strike. I don't know how. Again, I don't want to bag on the guy, but it was a ball. And the pitch, sure, something soft up, had a big cut, swung and missed. Fouled off at the plate, actually. Sure down 0-1 in the count. Ingraham a threat to run, but with Sure up, I wouldn't bet on it. He's going to score on a base hit anyway. There's no need. Batter of the inning, and the 0-1. Fastball popped up into the infield. Camps, catches, inning over. For 5, and lead 5-4 after 2 full. back out. And the leadoff batter will be Giacomo Cressetti. Let's go back to when Fisher was on first base. Don't remember who was on third. But he had a huge lead, was not going to go back to first base. Coach Frank was willing to sacrifice that out to score that first run. So he had a great scouting report that said this guy doesn't pick off, or he was willing to make that out exchange. The 1-0 breaking ball goes for a ball. And that's what led to the deterioration of everything. Once Fisher was at second and they had dropped bunt, and the whole inning went to heck on them. And it would have been a simple 1 out, nobody on situation if they would have executed the 0-1, the 1-0 fastball called a strike, 1-1. Cressetti walked his last at, or doubled his last at bat over Raleigh said he was playing way deeper this time than last time. Breaking ball, 2-1. Really got to work hard to keep this leadoff guy of the inning off the base. The 2-1 on the way. Base hit up the middle. So Shasta has a tying run at first with no outs, and Stephen Nelson, the batter. He grounded out to third. His last at bat. Hitting in the 5-hole. Nelson has 2 home runs. First pitch is a slider off the plate, 1-0. Did not show bunt. One on the way. Fastball called a strike. Cressetti 5 for 5 in stolen bases, and the pitch is on the way. Slider called a ball. Started at Adam. It wasn't a great pitch. It might have been a call to strike, but I'm sure that pitch wasn't called to be thrown at him and to break over. It was meant to go down the middle and let him chase. Short lead, 2-1 on the way to Nelson. Fastball fouled off, a little bit late on it, and the Cougars are playing him late in the outfield. And that's part of the problem with a guy that throws a lot of strikes. In the batter's box, and you can dig in and barrel up some more balls. He's got to be more effective throwing intentional balls to set up pitches as a little casual pick to first base. Needs to get ahead of hitters, throw a great setup pitch, and then the kill pitch. 3 or 4 pitch at bats. Short lead, 2-2 count to Nelson. Slider fouled off. Middle of the plate. He's lucky to be getting that one back. Just enough movement to miss barrel on that one. But he had a healthy cut. Count remains 2-2. The lead remains short, and the pitch. Fastball swung and missed, strike. Maybe not a foul. What was it? Anybody see it?
Yeah.
The pitch. Anybody got that pitch? Change up. A fastball. Yeah, we got fastball. He swung and missed. He's retired on the swing. 1 out runner at first base, and Eden's the batter. Flew out to center, hit it pretty good. His last at bat. Short lead, 0-0. Slider, called strike.
Can you tell who's down there? Who's down there in the bullpen besides Jane Bay? Yeah.
Eden's got 7 home runs, but has struck out 32 times as opposed to 10 walks, so he has some holes in the swing.
Yeah.
0-1. Slider in the dirt, swung and missed. Strike 2. Maybe that's the weakness. Can't lay off breaking balls. Quickly ahead 0-2. Cressetti 5 for 5 in stolen bases, but does not have a lead out there. And Chapel is paying quite a bit of attention to him.
Anybody comment?
So the 0-2 up. That's an effective 0-2 pitch right there. Very good, very aggressive. Up, buckled his knees a little bit. What we used to call a little chin music. Needs a little ground ball double play. He comes set, looks at the runner. 1-2. In the dirt. Ball 2. Good time to run him. 2-2 count. You're only trailing by 1, and it's real early. But this guy does swing and miss a lot. 2-2 count. Casual pick. Runner's back easily. Chapel comes set again, looks at the runner. Now goes to the plate. Slider, swing and a miss for strike 3. And the batter will be Hernandez, who struck out his last at bat. Chapel struck out 4 so far. Walk 2 and hit 1. Only hits. The 0-0 sliders swung and missed for strike 1. Shasta choosing not to run so far, but Crosetti still has too small of a lead to steal. Ahead in the count, 0-1 to pitch. Slider again. I think he got it right. It was up. A beautiful Frank Renaga field. Slight breeze blowing in. The 1-1 on the way. Called strike. Ahead, Chapel's ahead 1-2. Short lead. There's a pick. That inning kind of got started on a 0-2 sacrifice bunt by Cook that the third baseman didn't handle well. Cougs went on to put up 5. 1-2 pitch. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 3. At the end of 2.5, Cougs lead by 1. Bottom of third, leadoff batter, Zach Rackham. You don't hear this every day. He started off last inning. As the Cougars hit 9 to the plate, the 0 on the way, taking for a strike, fastball. I think this guy's got a little giddy up. Were you seeing that? You guys seeing that or no?
Yeah.
0-1 to Rackham on the way. Strike 2. Now,
I'll give him 80.
You think? I'd say low 80s.
the boys in the booth are guessing this guy's about 84, 85. He's ahead of Rackham 0-2. Breaking ball on the way, I'm imagining. And it was a fastball setup pitch that he threw hard in the dirt. Barely made it 60 feet. Counts 1-2.
one, babe. Base
to
hit
rack
runner.
him. Pitch on the way. Fastball, low, ball 2.
It's 4 fastballs.
Close but not close enough. Change up. And we're getting corrected to a change up. Evens the count at 2-2. Guard to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
All right.
That'll bring Logan Fisher to the plate with 1 out, nobody on. Single to right field his last time up. And scored a run in the 5-run second for the Cougars. The 0-0. Something soft, called a strike. It was up. The ball was up. It's probably a textbook strike, guys. I mean, it goes to the letters, but not usually called. But it counts 0-1, and the pitch is on the way. Ground ball 2, hopper to short. Fields it up the middle, throws across the diamond. Fisher's out 6-3. Cougs have 2 outs and nobody on here in the 3rd. That'll bring Nate Rowley to the plate. Singled and scored a run. Last inning. Hey, keep that thing down to 6 seconds, man. I don't care how long he takes to play. Base hit, right center field. Center fielder cuts it off, throws in a second. And Rowley's on first base with a 2-out 0-0 single. Rowley can run, threat to steal. Cook will be the batter. We noted this in most of the other games. Rowley is a 0-0 fanatic. We can't remember last time he took an 0-0 pitch. Why you would throw that pitch to him, knowing that.
Cookie pitch hitter.
But there's 2 outs, and Coach Avila is making some type of change. We're not sure what. If it's
Pepperoni.
it's a friendly conversation, so there's something going on, and it's indeed going to be a pinch hitter for
Drew
Cook.
Bradbury.
It's going to be Drew Bradbury. An early exit for Cook.
He got his butt down.
There's some reason behind it. Not sure why.
Number 24, Drew Bradbury.
With 2 outs and we're in the bottom half of the order, there's something up. We'll figure that out later on. So apparently Cook had something in his eye that he could not get out, and the substitution was made. So Rowley's on first. Bradbury's the batter. The 0-0 on the way. Taken low, ball 1.
Pretty hard.
Huh?
He's on pretty
Yeah,
hard.
he's on all right. Rowley, a threat to steal a bag. Guard, the pitcher for Shasta. 1-0 the count. There's a pick on Rowley, safe, easily. Shasta 8-9 coming up for them. And Rowley steals the base. The ball's taken by Bradbury to throw to second. Not in time. Rowley's safe easily with a stolen base. Cougs have a runner in scoring position. Rowley with a decent to above decent lead at second. Bradbury the batter, 2-0 count. Looks what twice. Here's the pitch. Called a strike. 2-1, open bag. Rowley at second. Outfield playing him extremely late and relatively deep. Outfield, middle's crunch. Corners are thirds even, and first base is back.
I'm not.
And the 2-1 on the way. Up and in, fouled off. Makes sound even at 2-2. Perez on deck. Bradbury's first at bat today. waiting for the 2-2. Bradbury hitting 231. A good fielding for his baseman as well. Here's the pitch. Slider taken. 3-2.
Rolly running.
Perez singled his last at bat, waiting in the on deck circle. The 3-2 from guard. Fouled off.
Why aren't you running, Rolly? Oh, yes. Yeah. I was just about to say that.
Let's go, Drew. Let's go, babe.
Still. The only way you're going to get out is roll over the thing.
The tempo has slowed considerably. Maybe the big innings or this guy likes to work at a slower pace, but the tempo has slowed down.
To the right side.
And the pitch. Base hit. No, a diving play by the shortstop. Knocks it down. Won't not be a play, so it will be a base hit. They try to score Rolly. He's going to score. The ball comes home, gets away from the catcher, and Bradbury will end up at second base.
Yes, sir.
So clutch 2-out hit by Bradbury, but the infielder knocked down. Couldn't make the play at first. Coach Foreman kept Rolly coming from second base on a ball that didn't leave the infield. The throw to home was an errant throw, and it'll go as an error because it allowed Bradbury to go to second. Rolly was going to score after the play almost no matter what. So great coaching at third, great base running by Rolly.
Let's go, Wani.
Bradbury ends up at second. Below average runner, decent lead. And the 0-0 to Perez is a breaking ball called for a strike. All these runs are important because Shasta is a decent hitting team. 0-1 to Perez. Taken high for a ball.
Who's the person in the that was here before the game talking? Coach or something.
1-1 on the way.
Gavin?
Breaking ball up. 2-1.
Coach from Gavin. Wasn't that the coach from
What's that?
here before the game in the dugout?
2-1 pitch.
Oh, I think.
Shasta got 2 early outs.
He played here. I'm pretty sure.
Ball 3. Shasta got 2 early outs. Lassen had 2 out, nobody on. Rolly singled on an 0-0 pitch, stole second, and then scored on an infield single from second base by Bradbury. Perez has a 3-1 pitch on the way. 4 low. First and second, and Davenport will be the batter. Davenport will be the batter.
Let's go, Ashley. Let's go, babe.
Got a sacrifice fly. His last at bat. The 0-0 on the way. Fastball popped up weakly out of play.
He hits with the left side all the time. Always hits it the same.
Shasta outfield playing him way late,
Let's go, Ashley.
rather shallow, and the infield is swung way late. Big hole on the shortstop side, little pick. He's back easily.
Let's go, Ashley. Let's go, babe. Let's go. Do some damage right here.
He awaits the 0-1. Fastball hits sharply to center field. Center field gets a good jump on it. It's going to make the catch. A ball hit well by Davenport, but 4 and out. The Cougs throw one more on the board. Leads 6-4 after 3. We go to the top of the fourth. Leading off will be third baseman Julian Escueda. Struck out his first at bat. Cougs fell behind early 4-0 after 1.5 innings. Put a 5 spot up in the second and 1 up in the third and lead 6-4. Chapel's 0-0 on the way. Fastball hammered to right center field. It's going to be extra bases. As Sure gets the ball in quickly, but not quick enough to keep the runner off second. Shasta has a leadoff double. Another ball that was barreled up pretty good, and that'll bring 9-hole hitter up A.J. Davis, shortstop. Base hit left field and scored a run. His first time up. The 0-0 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. 9-hole hitter for Shasta. Did not show bunt. Third base, Rackham's in. First baseman Bradbury in. The 1-0. 2-0. And Seth will go out to the mound to talk to Chapel. This cannot walk the 9-hole guy. Can't walk him. Did have a base hit his first time up. He's a .237 hitter with a couple home runs. And the first 3 hitters for Shasta are pretty formidable guys. You need to get this out. Even if he advances the runner, got to have the out. You're going to face their 3 big left-handed hitters after him. Counts 2-0, and they have not showed short game yet. He can get a pretty fat pitch right now. Outfield close to straightaway and shallow everywhere but center field's a little deep. No lead at second base. In the dirt, ball 3. To the 9-hole hitter. Shasta has a runner on second base, no outs. Here in the top of 4. 3-0 on the way. Ball 4. The one thing you couldn't let happen just happened. It does set up the double play, but that's not what the Cougars were looking for. They needed that 9-hole out. And that'll bring up Shea Bowen. 0 for 1. Did walk and score a run. He bats now with runners on first and second, no outs. And he is statistically their best hitter. Does have some pop. Can steal. First pitch is a called strike to Bowen. He's got 5 home runs. I can't see them short gaming here, and he didn't show it on the first pitch. Couple looks at second, and the 0-1. Breaking ball. He does bunt. He pushes a nice bunt to Bradbury. He fields it, flips to Perez, who can't make the play. It might have been a little behind him, but would have been a backhanded play. Perez a little late getting to the bag. Bradbury's throw a little bit off mark. Should have been an out. It's going to go as an E3 on a really good bunt. He runs well, and I don't think he would have beat it out if everybody was where they were supposed to be. It's got to be an E3, and it's a tough E3. Now Shasta Knights have the bases loaded, no outs, and Keanu Mizuta, the batter, doubled his last at-bat, walked his first at-bat. The 0-0 on the way, breaking ball. I have no idea what I missed. I'm sorry. I have no idea. Oh, now Seth starts chirping pretty good at him. 1-0 to Mizuta, a very good hitter. The 1-0 on the way. Another breaking ball. This time, same exact pitch. Called a strike this time. Counts 1-1. Seth's a little fired up, fellas. Pretty quiet guy. He ain't quiet right now. I like it. The 1-1 breaking ball called a strike again. It should be number 3, but it's number 2. Chapel's ahead 1-2. Bags full of Knights. No outs. A couple different options for Chapel. They choose a fastball, and he hits it deep to left center field. Sure's going back on it. He's tracked it down. He can't get there. 1 run's going to score. The second run's coming across. It's going to be a 1-ball, 2-strike double to left center field for Mizuta, and the game is all tied up. And Frank's on his way to the mound. There's going to be a pitching change. We'll be back. We talked about Shasta being able to hit, and indeed they did hit. Now the umpire is warning Frank for his arguing balls and strikes. It wasn't more of an argument as it was a statement. But the zone has been erratic. It's been erratic for both teams. It hasn't favored us or hurt us more than it's hurt Shasta. And McDonald's the new pitcher for the Cougs. He inherits runners at second and third, no outs. Heart of the order up as Mizuto just doubled to score 2. Bowen at third. And Mizuta at second, no outs. Shasta's got it going right now. McDonald needs to come in and put an end to this. So Chapel again gets hurt on a 1-2 pitch. He threw the guy 3 sliders. The first one was a strike, but called a ball. The next 2 were called strikes. Called strikes, or was he swinging at any of them? I think he called both of them. Looked like he tried to sneak a fastball by him. Didn't quite get it to where it was going. That'll lead Drew Reynolds to the plate, who bats with nobody out here in the 4th. 2 runners in scoring position. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Breaking ball. Ball. Reynolds got hit by a pitch and flew to left field in his 2 at-bats. We said it might be a football score, and indeed it's on its way to being that. Ingram, for some reason, holding the runner at second, and the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike. A little lazier breaking ball, but it was effective because you're not sitting on that pitch on 1-0. So it's kind of a get-me-over breaking ball to even the count at 1-1. McDonald comes set. Ingram still fiddling with the runner at second. Breaking ball away, 2-1. Not the worst thing in the world to walk this guy. Really good hitter. I think, is this a kickback from Texas?
Yeah,
A&M, Texas Tech. Kickback from Texas. Had a heck of a February with a bunch of home runs, but it's since cooled down a little bit. Still a very good hitter. And the 2-1 on the way. Slider away. They're not going to give in. I got a feeling they're not going to give in to this guy. Load the bases, set up the double play. It's still a tie game. Walk him, get a strikeout pop-up on the next guy, ground ball double play, and end the inning tied. It'd be a plus for Lassen. The 3-1. Another breaking ball low and away. Ball 4. They didn't give in, and it was the right play. But now they're loaded. Still no outs. Giacomo Crusader, the batter, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And the lefty-lefty matchup is no longer. The 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball, call a strike. 0-1. Need a ground ball, strikeout pop up here. We need something to get out of this inning with the least amount of damage, which has been already done. But we have no outs. We have a mess to clean up. The 0-1. Another breaking ball. Blooped over the second baseman's head for a base hit. One run's going to score. Perez fields it in the outfield. They're big turn to third, but they hold him back, and they're not going to score him with no outs, no chances. The ball was hit so weakly that the second baseman ends up making the play or fielding the ball in shallow right field. Holds Shasta to 1. The third run of this inning comes across. Still no outs. Bag's still drunk. And Nelson the batter. Strikeout in a 5-3 so far today. The 0-0. Breaking ball swung and missed in the dirt.
Oh boy, J-Mac.
Nelson, 2 home runs. Struck out 28 times this year, as it only walked 5. The breaking ball might be a mystery to him. And the pitch on the way. Fastball, he tries to sneak a bomb. It's a line drive to right. It's going to score 1. The ball's brought back in. The runners at first and second cannot advance, but the go-ahead run scores on the sacrifice fly by Nelson. Mizuta scores. The 8th batter of the inning comes up. Hayes Edens, 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a strikeout. He stands in on McDonald with runners at first and second. The 0-0 on the way. Breaking ball, called strike. Shasta's tallied 4 so far to take the lead, 8-6. The 0-1. Breaking ball, up, ball. That was a strike a couple innings ago. That one might have been up more than the other ones. I got to get off the guy. I can't see from here. Really short lead at first. Not much of a lead at second. And the pitch on the way. Base hit center field. Hit pretty hard. Sure comes, fields it. They'll hold the runner at third. The ball's cut by Bradbury. It's after the 1-out single by Edens. Base is loaded again.
Yeah, they can.
1 out, bases loaded. 8-6 Shasta. And I think we're going to have that football score we talked about. Bases loaded, 1 out. 9th batter Hernandez up. The 0-0 breaking ball. Ball. I'm done. I'm not going to make another comment. I'm not going to make a comment. So we have bases loaded.
Let's go, J-Mac.
1-0 count to Hernandez, who has 2 punch outs on the day.
You're all right, babe.
And now is ahead in the count 2-0.
Get ground ball, babe, right here, huh?
Need a strikeout pop-up right now, and then a double play ball. The 2-0 on the way. In the dirt, ball 3. McDonald's a gamer. He's a go-to guy. He spot started, done a great job. Coming in relief, done a great job. Struggled a little bit his last outing. And the bases are loaded now with a 3-1 count. 3-0, excuse me. Now it's 3-1. That's well taken for a strike. Thank you. 9th batter of the inning for Shasta. And if it's a ground ball, it could be the last batter of the inning for Shasta. 3-1. Fastball. Base hit center field. Runner at second had to freeze, but the ball gets in the gap through shirt. I don't think it'll be an error. It's going to empty the bases. And the throw to third is on time and missed the tag. He avoided the tag. Umpire was right on top of it, had a clean view of it.
Is that 3 runs?
Shasta scores 3 on the triple. It's going to go as a triple.
Bases loaded.
I don't think it was an error of any kind. It might have been able to be cut off, but wasn't quite cut off. And it clears the bases with 1 out, leaving the runner at third base.
Jesus.
7 runs are scored, 1 out, first and third. And the lead.
Let's go, J-Mac. Come on, babe.
He had a base hit, didn't he?
The square to the batter. Pitch was fouled off. He struck out and doubled this inning.
Started off.
Yeah, start up in.
Infield's now in for Lassen. And the 0-1 on the way. In.
You all right?
1-1. Good pitch. Quality pitch. One, infield in. The Knights have thrown up 7. The pitch on the way. Fastball taken. For a ball. I'm not going to do it, guys. Don't even look at me. I'm not going to bag on him. I'm done bagging. 2-1. Runner at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Come set. The pitch. Fastball fouled off at the plate. Hernandez started this whole thing off with a leadoff double, which led to the end of Bronson's day. 2-2 pitch. Base hit up the middle. The 8th run scores of the inning.
And there's only 1 out. Bucky, he's in the bullpen.
10
Bucky.
batters have come to the plate in an 8-run Shasta top of the 4th.
Lefty.
Now lead 12-6. A lot of time left. A lot of time left in the game.
Yeah, it looks like they still.
The 0-0. Drag bunt. Nicely done. McDonald off the in a hurry. Nice big time play to throw the guy out of first base on a bang play. Great fielding play by McDonald
That's a good bunt, too.
on a nice bump by Davies.
Lead off.
That brings up leadoff hitter Shea Bowen for the second time this inning. Bowen got on a tough error by Bradbury on a pretty good push bunt. That Perez was late getting there. The throw was a little behind them, and there was no chance. The 0 on the way. Ball. What's that?
Can't hear you. Looks like they can't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know why you couldn't hear me. But the 1-0 pitch. Ball's hit really well to right field. Rowley's going back. That ball's gone. That ball is gone and got out in a hurry. Bowen, it's a 2-run, 2-out home run. Shasta's put up 10 here in the 4th, and it's not over yet. That'll bring Kino Mizuta to the plate.
The scoreboard only goes to 9.
Doubled last at bat. He takes the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, that's see 9 plus 4 is 13, but it's 14.
2 outs. The 1-0. Fastball, call a ball.
Holy shit, dude. What do you do, bro?
Mizuta 2 doubles and a walk.
Yeah, we still got a lot of time.
Scored a couple of runs.
We're gonna put up some zeros too, and these guys.
This has been one long inning. The 2-0 on the way. Ball's hit down the left field line. Is going to be at least a single. Stutzman fields it, throws it in quickly. It'll be a 2-out single for Mizuta.
Batting number 17, first baseman Drew Reynolds.
The good thing is Shasta hasn't proven they could keep zeros on the board. They can score some runs. That'll bring up the 3-0 hitter, Drew Reynolds. Singled earlier in the inning. The pitch. Ball. We're either going to see one great comeback, one of the best in Lassen history, or one boring game. The 1-0 on the way. Fouled off over the third base dugout. Some car might get hit with that one. 2 outs, one runner at first base, 1-1 count to Reynolds. He's had a few home runs, 7 on the year. McDonald goes for a ball, 2-1.
Coach Frank should just send us over there and we get a count got him a second.
2-run runner at first base. Batter is Reynolds. The pitch. Breaking ball up, fouled off. Got away with that one. Infield, outfield, playing to pull. Outfield is deep. Reynolds base hit. F7, hit by pitch. Looks at the 2-2. There's a pick before that happens. He's back pretty easily. 2-2, 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Donald comes set. The pitch, the runner's running. It's taken for a ball. No throw by Davenport. Jump was that good, or there was some confusion on the count? I'm figuring the jump was that good. Shasta has another runner in scoring position. Reynolds looks at the 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled off. These games mean a lot. Lassen's going to battle their way in this game. They're going to battle tomorrow. Shasta comes in with nothing to win, nothing to lose, and they're playing loose and they're swinging. Sometimes that gets a pickup game. And a 3-2 breaking ball. Swung and missed, strike 3. But not until Shasta pushes 10 runs across the plate and sends up 14 batters. Time for the Cougs to strap it on. We have that football score going. Lassen looking for someone that can throw up some zeros. And hopefully score, get back in this game. We'll be back. Bottom of fourth. Cougars have a mountain to climb. Trailing 14-6 after a 10-run fourth by Shasta. Ingram will be the leadoff batter. The 0-0 on the way in the dirt. Shasta has not proven they can throw a lot of zeros up. Lassen scored 5 in the second, 1 in the third. The 1-0 to Ingram. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Shortstop across the 9. Out number 1. 6-3. That'll bring Caden Stutzman to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Cougars down a boatload. The 0-0 to Stutzman. Called strike. 0-1. 1 out. Bottom of 4.
Singer? What did Juan do last time?
The 1-0 is a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. One out. The 1-1 on the way. Fastball hit up the middle. Pitcher knocks it down, comes up, throws to first base. Outmade. 1-3. 2 outs for the Cougs. That'll bring up Matt Schur.
Number 11, Matt Stewart.
2 outs. Nobody on. Schur batting. It could end up that Schur's going to get 2 more at bats, maybe more if they're going to climb this 8-run mountain. And the 0-0's taken for a strike. Ball's hit the left field. It's drifting on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Go to the top of the 5th. 14-6, Shasta. Noah Kobarg will be the new pitcher for the Cougars. Need someone to get a hot hand, and this 0-0 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. Is this Crosetti? The batter's Crosetti. He's 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. And Kobarger goes the 2-0 to him. We need some zeros, guys. We need some pitchers to come in with a hot hand, shut the door on the Shasta hitters, and get the hit bats going. The 2-0 fastball right down the middle, called strike. 2-1. Have a little stop and play as Davenport broke his catcher's glove. I'm sure there's a few laying around the dugout that he can use. They might try to repair it. I don't know what the damage was to it. Or they'll could give him Miklas's. He can't use it. Davenport's back out. Top of fifth. Cougs down 8 on a 10-run fourth. The 2-1 is up 3-1. This is not the formula that we need right now. We need to get ahead of hitters. We need to get some zeros on the board. The 3-1 is spiked in the ground. Ball 4. Nelson, one of the few Shasta hitters without a hit. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out in the first to third. Struck out in the first. Sorry, struck out in the third. And flew out in the fourth. Ground ball, base hit through the 6-hole by Nelson. Shasta has runners on first and second, and the batter will be Hayes Edens. Edens 1 for 3. Base hit, scored a run in the 10-run fourth. Kohberger checks the runner at second. Long look, comes to the plate. Way up. Way in. The hitter's trying to say it hit him. Umpire saying it didn't. And he'll be brought back to the plate. No argument from the Shasta dugout, so got to believe it didn't hit him. He's just trying to pimp the hit. 1-0, first and second, no outs for Shasta. The pitch up 2-0. Need to keep shuffling the deck and find a guy that can throw up a zero. Throw everybody short enough that they can come back tomorrow. 2-0, the pitch. Fastball, strike. That's all I'm going to say. 2-1. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. 2-1 pitch to Edens. Up 3-1. This is a pressure-free situation. Noah should have come out just pounding the strike zone.
Come on, Noah. Come on, babe.
Up, ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Frank's on his way to the mound. We'll be back after the change. The book is closed on Kohberger. He faces 3 hitters, doesn't retire anybody. Walked the leadoff guy, gave up a single, walked the third guy, and Frank made the change. Left-hander Hayden Wraithley will be the new pitcher. Wraithley's a 7.71 ERA. Doesn't have a decision on the year. He's had 6 appearances. Still looking for the guy that can throw up a zero. It's tough right now. the hardest part about being a head coach is running your pitching staff. And you got to wonder now, can we come back from 8? You can't assume you're going to. You got to wonder if you can. 8's a big mountain to climb. But it's not impossible. I've seen it. So do you burn a guy and just let him pitch and get you through the innings and not waste any arms for tomorrow? Or do you keep it where it's at with using whoever you can and hope it falls your way and you climb back in the game? Right now, Wraithley's the guy. And Harris, the bases loaded, no outs. And the batter's Hernandez. Has 2 strikeouts on the day. First pitch is a strike. Need to minimize damage best you can. Strikeout pop-up in this case is ideal, and then get a ground ball with the next hitter. The 0-1 on the way. Fastball in the dirt, blocked by Davenport, saves a run. Count evens at 1-1. Still no outs. Bags drunk of nights. You'll settle for a ground ball. You'd like to strike out pop-up. The 1-1 on the way. Fouled off weakly. Fooled him a little bit. Count goes to 1-2. We got a Cougar pitcher who's coming in and pumped in a couple strikes.
Come on, Hayden, let's go, babe.
1-2. No outs. Pitch. Fly ball hit weakly to center field. The runners will not be able to advance. Scher's under it. Catches it. The bluff at second. No way they were going to try to score there. Bluff at third, bluff at second. It was just hit too shallow. That's exactly what we needed. Pop-up strikeout formula. We got the pop-up. Now you need the ground ball. So Escueda will be the batter. He had a double and a single in the 4th inning.
Number 11, third baseman Julian Escueda.
Sure got underneath that ball, left enough room to catch it on the move in and threw a strike home. Runner had no chance of advancing. The 0-0 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. If you get out of this with no runs, it should be a big lift for the Cougar offense. You can swing that momentum even in an 8-run game. The 1-0. Taken 2-0.
Let's go, Hayden. Let's go, babe.
First 3 runners reached base. Wraithley came in, got the first guy to pop up. He's 2-0 to his second batter. Now he's 3-0. Hitter's going to be sitting dead red on this pitch if he has the green light. And if he does, he's going to be dead red on the next pitch. The danger still exists. And the 3-1. Right down the middle. Or 3-0, excuse me. Making the count 3-1 now. Called strike. He had the take. Odds are he's going to get the same pitch now. Can't take a chance on walking him with a breaking ball or changeup. Fastball for a strike is needed. And the ball's one hop to Ingraham. Flips to Perez for 1 on the first. Double play. And the Cougs get out with no runs. Wraithley comes in with the bases loaded. Gets a pop-up double play ball. Inning over. A catastrophe avoided. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Still down 8. We'll see if the Cougars can turn that bases loaded, no out, no runs given up situation into some momentum and start pecking away at the lead. Guard is out for 2+ innings now. Threw up a 0 last inning. And we need to just keep pecking away at it. We have all sorts of time. This would be a great comeback win. Rackham will be the batter leading it off here in the 5th. Single and a strikeout to his credit today. Guard has done a decent job. Struggled coming in the middle of an inning, but has done a decent job after that.
Go, Rack.
Need base runners. Keep pecking away, guys. Yo. Rackham got in the 4-hole today. The 1-0, 2-0, low. Good start. The one dilemma you're going to have too, as a 2-0 comes ground ball to third, fills it short up, across the diamond, took his time, but they get Rackham. 1 out, 5-3 in the top of the 5th. The one issue you have, Lassen is a short game team. They only have a handful of home runs on the year. They produce their runs by singles, bunts, getting guys on base and advancing them. That part of the game might not be relevant right now. They might need to swing their way back in it. And the 0-1 to Fisher is taken for a strike. Fisher single, scored a run in the 5-run inning for the Cougars. He's down here, 0-1, slider in the dirt. Those little things right there just can't happen. You need base runners. You got a pitch that was a ball leaving his hand. It was a ball when it left his hand. It was a real ball when it got to home plate. And that has got to be taken to even you up in the count. So Fisher, through a swing, is down 0-2 and a pitch. Another breaking ball. Ball. 1-2. Got to climb his way back in his at-bat. Hope Guard makes a mistake. And the 1-2 to Fisher on the way. Fastball up, 2-2. Logan does a good job. He dug himself a hole, swinging at a 1-0 pitch he shouldn't have swung at. 0-1 pitch he shouldn't have swung at. But has since come back to make it 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Fastball up, fouled off.
Yeah, just keep swinging and it'll happen. For sure. For sure. Yeah, with Logan too. Yeah.
Rolly on deck.
Running too. Logan running too.
What's the bet that he swings at the first pitch, guys? Who wants
Rolly?
it? Who wants that bet?
I don't want it.
You
I'll
cowards.
take it.
The pitch in the dirt, spiked it. Now he goes to 3-2. He's back, and he made amends for the pitch he shouldn't have swung at. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. We're gonna go $1. Each of you owe me $1. If he doesn't swing at the first pitch, if he does, I owe each of you $1. Yeah.
All right.
You want it or not?
$1.
So here's the 3-2. Fastball fouled weakly down the third base line.
I don't think Rolly swings at the first base.
He does every single time he has.
Maybe it's just what you- I don't
Chris, you lost
Not sure they're taking a bet. We got a bet?
every
1, 2. We got 3 guys?
You know what? I'll take
single.
We're 4 of us. All right, we got it. I'm either going to be $4 richer or $4 poorer after the first pitch to Nathan Rowley.
Wait,
But right now we have Fisher at the plate with a 3-2 count, 1 out.
so if he swings,
Don't report me. It's just a friendly little bet. And the 3-2 on the way. Ground ball to short. High hopper in the hole. He makes the play. Throw across the diamond. Fisher and the first baseman collide. He can't advance. Both guys went to the ground.
okay.
And it's going to go as an infield hit, I believe. It should be an infield hit. The shortstop did all he could deep in the hole. Threw a floater across the field.
So if he swings, we get another.
And
or if
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they collided. The ball got by him, but it's going to be a base hit. And Fisher has checked on the first one, made sure he was okay. Good sportsmanship.
I'll take your $1.
And this is literally the payoff pitch to Rowley. There's a pick to first base. Not quite sure. 8-run game, but it maybe one of the first basemen tagged the heck out of him, get even with him. Didn't happen. And the 0-0 on the way. Swing and a foul ball, and I'm $4 richer. On $4 less, huh?
No, $3. Go to
See, I try to give Nathan the benefit of the doubt that he'd take a pitch down a bunch of runs. He did, and I lost $4. Down on the count, 0-1. 1 out. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
Let's go.
0-2 to Rowley. Runner on first base in the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked. Fisher doesn't advance. Smart move. Can't read in the dirt. Down 8. Got to wait for the carom. Fisher leads. Below average lead. And the 1-2 to Rowley on the way. Breaking fastball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
1, 2, 4.
Wasn't even close.
Let's go, Drew.
That'll bring Bradbury to the plate. He was a sub early on for Cook, who had something in his eye, and the trainers and him could not get it out and decided he couldn't hit. So Bradbury's up for his second time today. Had a base hit his first time, and the pitch, fastball taken for a strike, 0-1. Bradbury hit the infield single that the second baseman made a great play on. Couldn't throw the guy out at first, and Foreman scored. I think it was Rowley from second on an infield single. The 0-1 was spiked in the ground. The catcher blocked it. Fisher thought about advancing, called it to first safely. 1-1, 2 outs. Cougs down 8. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Just got to weasel our way back in it. Run here, run there, and throw some zeros up. And the pitch. Wraithley came in the top of the 5th. Bases loaded, no outs. Popped the guy up and got a double play ball. The pitcher's best friend to get out of it with no outs. He threw up 0. He did his part. And now the pitch on the way. Low. 3-1. With Perez on deck. Cripps not playing again today because of a hamstring. Miklas has been out for a few weeks now with a broken hand. The 3-1 goes as ball 4. Fisher goes to second. Bradbury's at first. Perez will be the batter.
Let's go, Wani.
Perez a perfect day so far with a base hit, run scored, and a walk. He's 1-1. Guard, who was sailing, now has a little bit of an issue going. No activity in the Shasta bullpen, although one guy's walking down there to start it up. The 0-0. Ball's hit well to left field. It's not going to get caught. It's not going to get caught. It's going to go off the wall. They're going to try to score Bradbury from second. He's going to make, here's a throw home. Maybe not. And he's safe. So Bradbury, not the fastest run in the world, was almost thrown out at the plate, but scored with a nice slide.
Cowboy Drew.
The left fielder got it in a hurry on a short hop of the wall, made a strike throw to home, but just not enough to make the play. Rupert's out to argue the call, talking about, I'm sure he's talking about obstruction as he got called against him at second base. Umpire shrugs it off. And Perez is in with a stand-up 2 RBI double that Bradbury had to slide on at home. So here we go. 2 outs, runner at second. Cougs put 2 up, badly needed 2. And Davenport's the batter. Long look at Perez. The pitch on the way. Fastball swung through. Strike 1.
Keep that head on it, babe.
Short and sweet. Let's go.
0-1 to Perez. To Davenport. Perez at second. Pitch called strike. 0-2. 0-2 outs. Cougs put up 2 to shorten it to 6. Perez still in scoring position with an 0-2 to Davenport. On the way, pitch. Ground ball in the 6 hole. Left fielder fields it clean the hole. Perez, the ball's cut by the third baseman. No run, but the inning continues. Davenport with an 0-2 single. Pitcher's mistake. And the Cougars have runners at first and third, 2 outs. And top of the order, Jack Ingram will be the batter.
Let's go, babe.
Ingram, 2 for 3 on the day.
100%.
Grounded out his last at bat.
We can go down.
First and third.
Maybe you could keep throwing.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Catcher does a great job blocking it. Nobody able to advance.
It's only been 2 hours.
2 outs.
It's already been 2 hours.
Fisher got it started with a single, 1 out single. There goes the runner. Davenport tried to steal maybe a read in the dirt because the ball did one hop the catcher. And he's thrown out to end the inning. The Cougs put up 2, but still trail by 6, heading to the top of the 6th. Hayden Rathley back on the mound. He did a great job, inherited a bases-loaded situation, and got out giving up no runs. Throws up the second 0 for the Cougar staff. And is on the mound ready to face A.J. Davies, a 9-hole hitter. He's 1 for 2. And he takes the first pitch, ball up, 1-0. It's not going to be a formula success for Hayden. He needs to get the ball down. Imperative that we do not give up another run this inning. Shutdown inning after we put up 2. The 1-0 is a ball. The guys ain't getting no more out of me than that. It's a ball. 2-0 to the 9-hole hitter. Fastball swung and missed on the worst pitch he's thrown all inning, probably. Hayden comes set, and the 2-1. Call a strike. Hayden evens the count of 2-2. The pitch. Up 3-2. Thank you.
Did he get closer?
No, I'm good. Here we go, guys. Hey, here we go.
You want to make any more bets?
He's coming up again.
Come on, man.
Walks the first guy on a fastball or something way up. Wasn't even close.
And number 6, center fielder, A.
We walked the 9-0 guy to face the best hitter on Shasta's team. Luano in the gets away from Davenport. Runner advances to the second base on the wild pitch. We do have a lefty-lefty matchup.
Breeze, can you see who's in the bullpen? Nady K. Nate? What?
Cougars down 6. Shasta has a run on second. No outs. Top of 6. 1-0 count to the leadoff batter, Bowen. 1-0 on the way. In the dirt again. Blocked by Davenport. Runner cannot advance, but he digging a hole 2-0. Cougar offense, defense playing him to pull. Ingram's holding the runner tight. The 2-0 inside pitch. Inside move, I should say. Runner back safely. The 2-0 from Hayden. They had a pick on it. It looked like the pitcher went to the plate anyway. And it's a ball, 3-0. So as good as Hayden was last inning, is almost as bad as he's been this inning. Walked the leadoff batter. He's 3-0 to the second batter, and it's exactly what the Cougars didn't need. And the 3-0 called strike, 3-1. If he walks this guy and the Cougars have somebody ready in the bullpen, I'm fairly sure they will make that move. No outs, 3-1 count. Runner on second for Shasta. 3-1, popped him up. It's foul ball. It's going to drift out of play. I thought there'd be a play on it. He kept drifting. But he got a pretty good hitter to pop up a 3-1 pitch. Bowen's homered in 4 at-bats. Also had a walk. Scored 3 runs. Open base, 3-1. Ball 4, up. And indeed, Frank's on his way to the mound. There'll be a pitch and change, and we'll be back.
Find out.
Joaquin Warner will be the new pitcher for the Cougars as Frank continues to just find a pitcher that can have a hot hand and throw up a few zeros until the offense finds a way back in it. He'll be facing Kano Mizuta. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single at first. Warner comes set in the pitch. Fastball up and away, ball 1. I'm sure the umpires are not happy about the score either. We don't want to see a little crisper game. First and second, nobody out. 1-0 from Warner. Good pitch. 1-1. See if we can get out of this with no runs and let that get the momentum back as it did last inning when we shut him out. Came back and scored 2. Fastball up. 2-1. Still a mystery about Davenport stealing second. His attempt to steal a second. He got thrown out at the end of the inning. Don't know if that was a missed signal or bad read in the dirt. The 3-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch. All I'm going to say is it goes for a ball. 3-1. Pretty good pitch. 3-1. No outs. First and second for Shasta. The pitch. Ball 4. Up and away. You do not walk this guy to face this next batter, Drew Reynolds. A lot of pop. 1 for 3 with a single scored today. The Cougars walked 3 runners in the 0-0, way up and way away.
Let's go, Joaquin. Come on, babe.
1-0. He'll be sitting dead red. He knows he's going to get fastball, and it's on the way. Takes it. Must have been placed on the plate pretty well. He takes it, or they were just taking until he threw a strike. But he evens the count at 1-1. Bags full of Shasta players. Way up and away. Ball gets away. He's going to try to score on a hard carry to the plate. He will score. Both runners will advance. The ball was a wild pitch, but it caromed off the bricks, I think. And if the catcher could have come up with a clean off the carom, they might have had a plate. He couldn't. They give up a run. The count goes to 2-1 to a very good hitter with an open bag. Runners at second and third. Fastball in the dirt, blocked by Davenport, 3-1. Not the worst thing to walk this guy. Yeah. Yeah. And the pitch. Fastball low and away. They do walk him. And out goes Frank again. Hasn't gone to the bullpen for it. Now he has. There'll be a change. Hunter closes his day with 4 walks. Got a single.
That was
So in relief of Wraithley, Warner's day's over after walking 2 and throwing a wild pitch to give up a run. The new pitcher is going to be Nathan Kohler. Hoping to find a hot hand. You got to keep juggling till you find one. We'll be back after the break. Kohler will face 4-hole hitter Giacomo Cressetti. Cressetti 3 for 3 on the day with a walk. Need the same scenario as last inning. Pop up, strikeout, double play ball. 0-1 spiked in the ground. Davenport blocks it. No runners can advance. Nice job by Davenport.
Let's go, Andy. Come on, babe.
Cougars are playing their infield back, so they're willing to give up a run for a double play ground ball. The 1-0 dribbled to the third base dugout. 1-1 the count.
I just saw Pepe on his way out for the bullpen.
Bases loaded. 1-1 count, no outs. Shasta has scored a run here in the 6th. The pitch, breaking ball, popped up, drifting out of play. Not a particularly great breaking ball, but good enough to have a soft contact pop up down the first baseline that drifts foul. So it's a 1-2 count. Kohler comes set to the plate. Breaking ball, ground ball to the third baseman. Fields it, goes to Perez for one on the first. Double play. Shasta does score a run, and they'll have a runner at third. But a nicely executed pitch and then a nicely executed 6-4-3 helps minimize the damage so far for the Cougars.
Second baseman, number 10, Steven Nelson.
That'll bring Steven Nelson to the plate. Base hit in 4 at-bats. 2 runs in for Shasta here in the 6th. And Kohler's 0-0 to Nelson. Up. Ball 1. Runner at third, 2 outs, 2 runs in, and the 1-0 on the way. Fastball swung and fouled. 1-1. One, 2 outs. Kohler set and the pitch. Up. He's really cruising his arm on his breaking stuff. It's trying to be too careful with it, and he's losing some of his good stuff. He needs to just let the ball go. You have nothing to lose. You're down 8. The 2-1 on the way. Spiked. Blocked by Davenport again. Saves a run. Nice play by Davenport. So he might have given up a run by sliding into that tag, but he saved 2 or 3 this inning by blocking balls, not letting runners advance. 3-1 on the way. Big cut, fouled off. Count will go 3-2. Run at third, 2 outs. So Kohler comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Ball up. Shasta will have runners at first and third. And the batter will be Hayes Edens.
Batter number 5, Hayes Edens.
He's 1 for 3. Scored a base hit in the 10-run 4th. Scored a run. 2 outs. Not sure there's running time right now, but you never know. Again, ball way up, way out of the zone. Nelson's got 8 steals in 9 attempts. And the pitch, swing and a miss, late. Evens the count at 1. Shasta coach puts on a sign. Good base runner at first base, 2 outs. Runner at third as well. Short lead, not going. Spikes the ball again. Davenport blocks again. Well done. Falls behind 2-1. Kohler struggling up in the zone. Nervous energy. 2-1 pitch. Right there. Hit very hard on the third baseline foul. That one might have scored a couple. Count evens up at 2-2. Shasta with 2 runs in and runners still at first and third with 2 outs. 2-2 count. Not a bad time to run them if they're going to. Cougars have to pull a lot more. And the 2-2 up. He'll be running for sure now. The infielders will have to go across the diamond if they want to get an out. The short one probably will not be available to him with the runner being in motion. Kohler comes set and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cougars are out of it. Trail 16-8 after 5.5. New pitcher for Shasta College will be Alejandro Alvarez. He's 6-3 on the year with 12 appearances, 6.07 ERA. He struck out 40 and walked 20. So he misses some bats and he misses the zone a little bit with 20 walks. Jack Ingram with the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 6th. He was the batter that was at the plate when Davenport got thrown out in his steal attempt of second. Cougs need to peck away. The pitch. Fastball low and away, ball 1. They got 12 outs left. There's plenty of time to peck away at this thing. They just got to find a pitcher who can hold them. The 1-0 is a fastball taken for a strike, 1-1. Good time of the order. Leadoff guy Ingram. The 1-1. Fastball. Ball. 2-1. I'm not doing it. Phil, don't get me going. I'm off him. 2-1. Ground ball hit weakly. Foul. Oh, it might come back. Nope. Still foul. Evens the count 2-2 to the leadoff batter, Ingram. Ingram 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Beautiful day here at Memorial Ballpark. Slight breeze blowing in from left. Kind of. Alvarez comes set and the pitch. Low and away, ball 3. We'll take a walk if we can get it. We'll take whatever it takes to get runners on. If you're Shasta, you got to pound the zone right now. A walk is completely unacceptable. And the 3-2 on the way, ground ball to third. He can't get it. Shortstop backhands in the hole. Can't make the play. It'll be a base hit. Ingram's on base to start off the bottom of the sixth with his third hit of the day. That'll bring up left fielder Caden Stutzman. Stutzman's got an 0 for going. 2 grounds out and a punch out. Ingram runs well, but it's not a running score right now. Stutzman bunts well, but it's not a bunting score right now. You need runs. It's going to take a lot of bunts and a lot of stolen bases to come back from 8. Ground ball to third, foul. Just short of being a double. But he falls behind 0-1. Good sign, turned on it well. Sir Alvarez gives up a leadoff single to Ingram. Out, nobody on. Breaking ball. Count goes to 1-1. Shasta playing him late in the infield, straight away in the outfield, and relatively shallow. The 1-1 from Alvarez. Slider, 2-1. Call the ball. Needs to pump strikes. He fell behind Ingram. He's falling behind Stutzman. Fastball hit well to center field. Center field's going back. He's on the just short of the warning track. Makes the catch. Ball hit well. This is just bad luck. Hit right at the guy. Out number 1. F8. That'll bring Matt Schur up. Schur is 0 for 3 today. He hasn't had many of those on the year, but he's 0 for 3 here in the 6th, and the 0 pitch to him. Slider, taken for a ball. It's a pretty sharp slider. If he ever starts throwing it for a called strike, it could be a problem. Ingram with an average lead. Steele not in order right now. And the pitch. Up. So Alvarez playing with danger right now. Even though he has a big lead, you don't want the Cougars to peck away at it. And he's falling behind hitters all the time. Now he's falling behind a good hitter, and sure. 2-0 on the way. 3-0. No activity in Shasta's bullpen. Short lead won't be going here or any other pitch. Ball 4. 1 out. Cougars have runners at first and second. And Zach Rackham will be the batter. Rackham 1 for 3. Single scored a run in the second. There's going to be a conversation here if he falls behind this guy. I've bet a dime to a dollar that Bentley comes out of the dugout and talks to him about it. It's 0-1. 0-0, 1 out. Popped up, foul out of play. So he gets to hit 0-1. I think he did it again. So he got to hit Ingram 0-1. And he got, now he's ahead of Rackham on 0-1. There's a first and second, 1 out. Alvarez the pitch. Slider. Boy, it's a pitch. Went for a ball. Go Cougs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. Rackham the batter. 3-0. Oh, sorry, 2-1. Oh, he did foul 1 off, so it's 2-1. My fault. Having a hard time concentrating right now. No, not because of that. I just the score. So it's 2-1. Pitch. Fastball hit really well to left center field. No one's going to catch this ball. It's off the wall. Ingram's going to score for sure. And they're going to hold up Schur at third, which they had to do because he had to wait to see if it was caught, but it wasn't going to be caught. So Rackham comes up with a double that the Cougars badly needed, scoring Ingram and moving runners to second and third with 1 out. Fisher will be the batter. Fisher 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored.
That's hard hit ball, bro.
The Cougs, that ball was crushed. And the slider popped up to the infield. The one thing you just can't have right now. Nobody's calling it. Everybody's wandering around, and the ball's not caught. A routine pop-up that the first baseman should have had. He never called for it, and the catcher had to make a tough play coming up the first baseline and couldn't make it. So Fisher could make it hurt right now.
That's all you get.
That's the first baseman's ball, guys, unless he was playing so far back that he couldn't get there, but that's the first baseman's ball. Frank's going to have a little conference with Fisher because the pop-up is the only thing that you couldn't have happen right there. A 38 hopper to shortstop is going to score a run. 38 hopper to second would score a run. The pop-up is the only thing that could hurt you, and he got a break. 0-1, runners at second and third, one out for the Cougars. Fisher at the plate. So runners at second, third, and the pitch. Slider.
Okay.
Go by the third baseman, knocks it down. There's no play at first base. Probably that's an error, isn't it? That's an error, Phil. The ground ball to third, he should have had to play. I'm going to mark it E5. Nobody gets to advance. Fisher safe at first. It brings Rolly to the plate.
I guess it was kind of. That was a ground ball.
Bases full of Cougars, one out. Rolly the batter. The 0-0, slider away. No, me too. The only reason he didn't swing is because it was too far away. He loves that 0-0 pitch, and he's ahead in the count 1-0. The pitch. Called a strike. 1-1. Bases loaded. Cougs got one across. The pitch. Ball deep to left field, foul and out of play. Not as deep as I thought. One ball, two strikes, one out, bases loaded. Rolling the batter, runs pretty well. It'd be a tough double play guy. The ball would have to be hit hard and right at somebody for them to run up a double. And a 1-2 to Rolly. Oh, boy. He takes a fastball away for a straw ball, 2-2, with one out. Alvarez comes set. And a pitch. Slider swung on a missed strike in ball 3. But that's the pitch he must be missing bats with because he has recorded quite a few strikeouts. So Rolly strikes out, making it 2 outs and bringing Drew Bradbury to the plate. Bradbury has 2 hits. Coming in to play early for Cook, who had an eye problem. 2 outs. First pitch, ball 1. Need to get more than 1 out of this, fellas. Let's go. One-zero pitch. Base hit, left field. Bradbury's third hit is going to score 2 runs.
Yeah, Drew.
Bradbury gets his third hit, drives in 2 runs on a clutch 2-out hit. Narrowing the lead to 5.
Yeah, and one's up, bro.
First and second, 2 outs, 16-11. Shasta here in the bottom of the 6th. Cougars have put 3 across, and Juan Perez is the batter. The 0-0 to Perez. Ball.
He's been hot.
Perez does have 2 hits and a walk today. Scored a run. That's going to pace slowing for Alvarez. The 1-0 pitch. Base hit left field.
Yeah, go low, go low.
Fisher will score easily. The ball comes back into the infield, and Perez gets his third hit of the day, an RBI, and now they're down 4, 16-12. As we predicted, that football score.
Or 1650. He did say that. Find a way to 2 runs for 1. Logan.
Let's go.
Pitching coach John Bentley on his way to the mound. Slow walk. Probably a conversation as the guy in Shasta's bullpen just started throwing. Left-hander.
Unless something goes wrong, then you change it.
That was a 4-run game. It's a whole new game, guys. Got 10 outs still. They got to get us out 10 times. Long conversation. This is buying time for the reliever in the bullpen to get ready. The home plate umpire's giving him a whole long time. Let's go, man. Make your walk out there and get him out of here. I have no idea what they're waiting on. Now he starts going to the home plate, to pitcher's mound, to tell him to break it up. They break it up. Alvarez will remain the pitcher. So back-to-back 2-out hits. Have brought the Cougars back to only being down by 4. Scored 4 runs here in the 6th. Maybe more to come. Davenport the batter. Couple base hits and a sacrifice. Bradbury, a below average runner. Be tough to score him on a single, hard hit single, and the ball's up. Ball. They really don't want to get Ingram late this inning. This guy's got to buckle down. The reliever's got to be pretty close in the bullpen. Perez checks the runner, goes to the plate. Oh, ground ball. Third base makes a diving play. Can't make the play at third. I could have tagged third base. He didn't. He makes a great diving play, and instead of going to his bag and tagging it for the final out, he tries to go across the diamond, and Davenport beats it. Davenport gets his third hit, and Coach Rupert's coming out to the mound to make the change. Ingram will be the batter when we get back. Shasta's new pitcher, Andrew Hurlbrink, 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. He's walked 11 in 18 innings, so the zone has been elusive to him from time to time. Cougars have already pushed 4 across to cut the lead in half. Still down 4, but the bases are still loaded. Bradbury at third, Perez at second, Davenport, and Ingraham the batter. Ingraham 3 hits on the day already.
You already played it.
Hey, tell me shut up. The 0-0 from Hurlbrink. Breaking ball. Called a strike. Ingram started this inning off with a single and scored a run. We've had 3 consecutive big two-out hits. The 0-1 on the way. Blocked by the catcher in the dirt. Nice play. Count goes to 1-1. We're going to have to live with it. 1-1. Ingram waits at the plate. Hurlburn comes set. The pitch. Ground ball to short. 2 hopper. He'll flip to second. Inning will be over, but the Cougars cut the lead in half. Trailed by 4 after 6. Left-handed sophomore Brady Glenn will be the new pitcher for the Cougars. Brady has a 3.40 ERA. He's 1-2 on the season. And this is his 14th appearance. He's a fly ball out guy, but he's going to face Shasta 7, 8, and 9. He's finishing up his warm-ups now. Cougars are back in the game. Each team has got to find 9 outs against the opponent. A 0 here would go a long way to doing that. Glenn has struck out 9 and walked 4. He'll be facing 7th hitter in the lineup, Mario Hernandez. Hernandez with 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center, So Hernandez will start off the 7th for Shasta, who will be looking to add to their lead. Oh, base hit left field. It's going to get by Stutzman. He tried to dive and cut it off to the alley. Didn't get there. It's going to be a double. Ball was hit very hard. And Hernandez is in a second with a stand-up double. That'll bring up Julian Escueda, third baseman. He has 2 hits on the day with 2 runs scored. This is the third baseman, made a diving play. It didn't hurt because they got the next batter out, but he made a diving play with runners on first and second. Backhand play, nice play. Decided to go across, and they beat it out. Breaking ball Oh, pitch is a breaking ball. Goes to strike one. Run on second, nobody out. Looking for Brady to shut the door and put up a 0. And the 0-1, another breaking ball up. Can't happen, guys. Can't throw breaking balls there. When you miss with that breaking ball, it's got to be down or in, left-hander to right-hander. Counts 1-1. Looks long look, the pitch. Flared right field line out of play. Glenn jumps ahead 1-2. Shasta kind of playing like old country baseball. They haven't tried to short game or finesse anything. The 1-2. Ball 2 was off. It was way up. Back to the country baseball reference. Just free swinging. They got 2 games left like we do. They're playing their season out, and we're playing for playoff life.
Let's go, Pep. Come on, babe.
Brady's still ahead. 1-2. He comes set, checks the run, and look at the plate. Up and away. 2-1. So it's been a battle all day. Not many zeros. How many zeros on the board, guys? 2-2 on the way. Ground ball to Ingram. He's not going to be able to move the runner. The throw across the diamond. Good footwork by Bradbury. Catches the ball in foul ball territory on the little bit of an errant throw. And we get the out. So it's a big out. The runner can't advance. Esqueda is retired 6-3. Both. Well, so Davies the batter. Breaking ball. Called a strike. How many? We've had 6 at-bats by each team, and there's 4 zeros on the board. So it's been a swing in the back game. Who finds the first hot hand is going to win. The 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball fouled off. Davies with 2 walks, base hit to left, and 3 runs scored. Keep the momentum, fellas. Get out of here with no runs and build on what you did last inning. Cougs looking for 8 outs. Shasta's still looking for 9. Brady comes set in the pitch. Breaking ball low and away. Davenport didn't need to block it, went down to block it, healed his glove, but the runner couldn't advance. Good 0-2 pitch. 1-2's the count. Short lead at second. Perez holding the runner moderately. Long look from Brady on the pitch. Ground ball to Ingram again. 2 big hops. Catch it, throws across the diamond. Out number 2. That'll bring up a dangerous leadoff batter, Shea Bowen. Bowen with a home run, 2 walks. Scored 4 times. Do have a lefty matchup here, which usually works for the pitcher's advantage. This is a dangerous part of Shasta's order. There is 2 outs, though. And the 0-0 to Bowen. Low. Ball 1. Outfield is extremely deep in right, center, and left. Even though the runner has no lead at second, he should be able to score on a base hit to the outfield with the depth of the outfielders. I didn't see it. Center sure is back. Ball's gone. 2-out home run by Bowen, his second of the game. And backs the Cougars up 6 now. Guy takes his dear time getting around the bases. Finally makes it back to the dugout. And the lead's increased by 6 now. So it's 2-6. 2 outs, nobody on Bowen's second home run of the game. Went from little trouble to no trouble to 2 runs, and he skips the first pitch in for a ball, 1-0 to Mizuta. Mizuta, 4 hits on the day, 2 singles, 2 doubles, scored a run. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Count goes to 1-1. The team that finds a guy that can throw up zeros is going to win. The 1-1 on the way. Hit well to left field, right at Stutzman. Why not misplays it, then turns his back and catches it to end the inning. The line drive hit right, hardest play for any outfielder to make, and that's exactly what happened. It was hammered right at him. And that was off a left-handed bat, wasn't it? No, that's lefty. So they got hit. Oh, Mizuta? My fault. Mizuta batted right-handed right then and just hammered the ball to left field. Stutzman ended up making a good catch on a routine play, but that line drive right at you is tough. Shasta puts up 2 more and lead by 6 at the end of 6.5. So Hurl brings back out there for Shasta, and he'll be facing, who is it? Caden Stutzman to start off bottom of the 7th. He attempts a bunt. Not crazy about that, guys. Takes a lot of bunts to come back from 6. But if you can get on and get some started, it works. If not, you just dug a hole 0-1. Lefty rocks, throws, breaking ball, kind of a get-me-head breaking ball called for strike 2, and Stutzman's down 0-2. Cougars down 6 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-2 pitch, fastball away, ball 1. Stutzman's got an 0-for-4 going. Good time to change that fastball. 1 hop, 2 hops to the shortstop who kind of flinches, backhands it, and gets Stutzman out at first base. Ball was hit pretty hard, but it goes for an out, and Matt Scher will be the batter. Ball was hit hard, but goes for naught. And Scher got a 0-for-3 going. He walked, scored a run in the 4-run inning in the 6th. First pitch goes for a ball. Everybody looking for outs right now. 1-0, down 2-0. No activity in Shasta's bullpen. Outfield relatively deep and straight away. Infield's playing him late. Big hole on the left side. Third baseman well off the line. Shortstop pulled way up the middle. Count goes to 3-0. There's a strike. 3-1. We'll take runners any way we can get them at this point with a 4-hole hitter rack up next. The 3-1 on the way. Fouled out of play. 3-2. I hate this game. So 3-2 pitch. Hurlbrink rocks, throws the payoff pitch. On a second. Fields it. Throws the first baseman. And Sure is out number 2. That'll bring Zach Rackham to the plate. Rackham 2 for 4, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. He bats here with 2 outs in the 7th. Need a little 2-out magic right now. 4, 5, and 6 hanging around. Fisher on deck. The 0-0. Breaking ball. Ball. 1-0. So the umpire calls a ball on Shasta's pitcher for not wiping his hand off after he went to the mouth. The base umpire, who is the assigner for the GVC, comes in and decides it's only a warning and not a ball. Rupert argued that he wiped it. It doesn't matter because it's only a warning. The count is 1-0 to Rackham with 2 outs here in the 7th. The pitch. There's a strike, 1-1. Rackham waits the 1-1. The pitch in the dirt, 2-1. And the 2-1. Base hit left field.
Hi, boy, Zachy.
Needed 2-out magic. Rackham singles. 3rd hit of the day, and that'll bring up Fisher, who has 2 hits of his own. Fisher scored 3 times. Bats here in the bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, and Rackham at first. Rackham, who can't steal a base, but won't. Down 6, not the time. Hurlbrink throws way up, way in, ball 1. Rackham at first, 2 outs. 1-0 to Fisher. Come set. The pitch. 2-0. Down. Guys like this gives you gray hairs. All you got to do is throw strikes and see what happens. He's falling behind Fisher, a good hitter. 2-0. The 2-0 on the way down. Called a strike. 2-1. 2 outs. Fisher. Rackham at first. The pitch on the way. Fouled off. Good swing. 2-2 count.
You got some kind of lounge or what is that? You can lay down on it too, if you want.
2-2. The pitch. Up 3-2. Rackham will be moving. 3-2, 2 outs. Infield will have to go across the diamond to get their out. They're playing Fisher late up the middle, straight away in the outfield. Not real deep. The payoff pitch. Swing and a foul tip in catcher's glove for out number 3. Cougars go down quietly and trail by 6 after 7. New pitcher for Lassen will be Danny May. Danny's 1-1 on the year with a 6.7 ERA. He'll be facing. I'll find it. Drew Reynolds, a 3-hole hitter. Takes the first inside for a ball. Reynolds has 1 hit so far today. The 1-0 is a breaking ball. Called a strike. So the count with a breaking ball on 1-0. Drives it to 1-1. Comes set. And the pitch. Popped up. Out of play. Count goes to 1-2. That's it, Robbie. We're good.
Yeah. You know what I did my first year? You guys were coaching Legion. Yeah,
1-2's up and away for 2-2.
probably for the first 4 years or something.
You do what?
Man, I upped.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Did he help some of your games too?
Not mine.
No, not you, him. Robbie, your games. Did he help some of your games for you too?
He done the high school games.
Ball 3.
So we had him go on and film and get up.
And Inspector Phil. The 3-2 from May on the way. Ground ball up the middle, right at Ingram. Fields it for 1. Reynolds is retired, and Giacomo Crescetti will be the batter. Crescetti, 3 hits, 1 out in the books. Here in the 8th, breaking ball. Ingram was perfectly placed. The ball up the middle. The ball was hit right at him, and he successfully gets out number 1. May comes set for his 1-0 pitch. The delivery, breaking ball. 2-0. Called a strike. Two on the count. 1 out, nobody on base. May come set and a pitch. Fastball called strike 2. Evens the count 2.
My boy Dan, that bit.
Shasta hasn't even thought about a bunt all day long. Infield's playing back. And 2-2 the count. Fly ball weakly down the right field line and out of play. Cougars in desperate need of a 0 right now. And the first out in the books in the 8th. The 2-2. High hopper to Ingram. Fields it on the long hop. Throws across the diamond. Out number 2. Nice play by Ingram. Laid back on the big hop. Threw a strike. We have 2 outs here in the 8th. Steven Nelson will be the batter. Nelson's been on base a couple times with a single and a walk and a punch out. Is 1-0. He acted like the ball hit him. It didn't. And he's at the plate with a 1-0 count. Two outs, nobody on the pitch. Fastball up, 2-1, 1-1.
Strike?
No. Excuse me, it's 2-0. My fault. May falls behind, and here's the 2-0 delivery. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. So a 2-out single by Nelson. It's going to bring Hayes Edens to the plate. Edens, base hit.
batter number 5.
in 4 trips, including a walk, 2 strikeouts. 2-out single. Cougars are down 6 here in the top of the 8th. May's delivery popped up to the infield. Perez is calling it foul ball territory, makes the catch. Inning over. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Cougs down 6. So Nathan Rowley here to start off the bottom of the 8th. The Cougs chasing 6. Rowley's got 2 singles and 2 strikeouts, and he takes the first pitch for a ball 1. He's a first pitch taking machine now, apparently. Twice this season. And the 1-0 is fouled straight back. He had a good swing at it.
Heard it. He must heard you.
Don't got to get them all back right now, but we got to get some. A 6-inning ninth would be a tough road to hoe. Earl Brink out again for Shasta. No activity in the bullpen. And the 1-1 on the way. He bunts it. Pitcher comes off the mound, fields it well, throws the first, got the out. Rowley attempted bunt for a base hit. Guys, I don't like it. I don't know if Frank called it. I don't think he did. He's just trying to get something started. But you got 2 hits on the day already. Swing the bat. See what happens. Energize your team. Although a drag bunt for a hit would energize them too. Just didn't work out. And the first out's in the book, 1-3 on an attempted drag. And Drew Bradbury will be the batter. All you're getting from me is strike 1. Bradbury with 3 hits.
Great call, man.
And he takes the second pitch for a strike, down 0-2. Bradbury behind in the count, 0-2. Earl Brink the pitch. Up and away, ball 1. Cougs need a runner. Counts 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Taken. Ball 2. 1 out. Perez on deck. Been a long game. Bottom of the 8th with an out. 2-2 count to Bradbury. Takes a bat. Took the first 2 for strikes and then taking the next 3 for balls, and we're at full. Hurlbrink rocks, pitches. Ball 4 up. They had the base runner they needed.
The batter that he
That'll bring Juan Perez to the plate. Juan's been on base every time, 2 singles, a walk, and got on by an E5. Excuse me. He's been on base all 4 times. He's got 3 hits, including a walk. So he's 3 for 3, 1 out, runner on first, the pitch, tied for a ball. Still no activity in Shasta's bullpen. It might be Hurlbrink's game to finish. Runner on first is Bradbury. And the 1-0 is taken up for ball 2. Bradbury coming in for a Cook. Been on base all. And it's 3 for 3 on the day. Perez, 3. And the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. Bradbury will not be stealing. I'm not even quite sure why Shasta's holding him on.
Come on, Wani.
Big lead late in the game. And the 2-1. Taking ball. 3-1. I promise you, John Bentley is pulling his hair out in Shasta's dugout. Just can't give up free bases. And a called strike. Perez is a third of the way
Come on, bro.
and has to retreat back to home. 2 pitch. He's having a couple words with the umpire. Not quite sure why he would be saying anything at this point.
Go on.
The count is 3-2. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball, shallow right field. Catch will be made. And Bradbury retreats back to first. 2 outs, runner on first, and the batter will be Ashton Davenport. We'll see if Shasta continues to hold the runner. Up 6 here in the 8th. 2 outs. Cougs only got 4 outs left to make this happen. Ashton, the 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Davenport having quite the day himself. He's 3 for 3. Double and 2 singles. He sacrificed a fly ball to score a run in the first innings. Had a hell of a day. And the 0-1. Taken up and away. 1-1. 2 outs. Bradbury, the runner, at first. Hurlbrink's done a decent job. Threw up a 0 last inning. And the 1-1 on the way. Base hit, left field. That brings the top of the order up, and we're back in business, even though there's 2 outs. Davenport, 4 for 4. Now, first and second, and top of the order, Jack Ingram will be the batter. Jack's had 3 hits today himself, 3 for 5, with 3 singles and a run scored. Nobody up in Shasta's bullpen. Looks like it's going to be Hurlbrink's game. The 0 to Ingram. Breaking ball. Called strike. 1. Stutzman on deck. He'll be followed by Scher. If Scher comes to play, we would have to have scored a run. That'd be a good. Ingram down to the count, 0-1 in the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. No advancement of the runners. Can't take a chance on balls in the dirt. Down 6 in the 8th. Tough to score Bradbury on a base hit. Outfield is shallow. He's an average runner at best. With the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. First and second, 2 outs, 1-2 count. Time for a 2-out knock, and the pitch on the way. Ground ball to third, fields it on, throws across the diamond. Low throw, nice play by the first base. In the 8th, the Cougars will go to the top of the 9th, down 6. Danny May back on the bump for the Cougars. He threw up a 0 in his 8th inning. He's going to be facing Mark Hernandez. And the 0-0. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Strike one. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Knights. It's going to have to be one hell of a 9th inning for the Cougs to come back and tie or win this one. 0-1 on the way, hits him. He pushed the breaking ball up there and it hit him. Shasta chirping some crap out of their dugout. Don't understand that. That'll bring up Julian Escueda. Escueda with 2 hits, 2 runs scored, and 5 appearances, his 6th at bat. We have no outs. Shasta's run on first base. The 0-0. Up and in. Oh. All you're getting is called strike. I promise I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. You're not going to goad it out of me. 0-1. The pitch. Away. I got that one right. Ball 1-1, no out. Base for Shasta here in the top of the 9th. Cougs need a 0 and then need to have an extended inning. 1-1 on the way. 2-1. Run on first. And a 2-1 pitch on the way to Escueda. Swing and a miss on a ball 3 pitch. Makes the count 2-2. What would possess a guy to swing at that pitch? I don't know, but he did, and he swung through it. Count is 2-2. Short lead at first. Shouldn't be running. The pitch on the way. Shasta has runners at first and second with their 9-hole hit. A.J. Davies up. Davies with 1 hit. Scored 3 runs. Been on base twice by walk. Being joined up here by legendary coach Steve Robertson. Says we need a double play ball, and he's right. So Davies, the 9-hole batter, sacrifice bunts. Mayfield threw it away. It goes an E1.
Batter number 6, Shea Bowen.
The sacrifice bunt is up 6. You'd think they'd let him swing it. Maybe they don't have a lot of confidence in their bullpen. Need a few more runs to feel safe. And it brings up the leadoff batter, Shea Bowen. Bowen already with 2 home runs. Bat with the bases loaded. The 0-0 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1 gets away from Davenport. Not far enough for the runners to advance. Counts 1-0. Same formula, guys. We need a strikeout, pop, play ball after that to get out with 0. Take the momentum in with the bottom of the 9th. The 1-0 on the way. Called strike. 1-1. This line? It is. Don't be freaking trying to whiz your freaking money. So the count evens at 1-1. Bags full of Knights. And the pitch. Slider popped up weakly down the left field line. Stutzman's closing ground. It's deep enough to score him. But he lets it fall. And he did it on purpose so he couldn't tag and score another run. We'll see if the strategy pays off. It was obviously intentional. And it's not a bad play. It's not a bad play. I probably want the out. But it's a great play if we get this guy out. Yeah, and it's a good point. It is their best hitter. I want the out. I changed my mind. The out has to happen. Slider in the dirt, 2-2. Come on, Danny, make a good pitch right here. Bowen already with 2 home runs, 2 walks. 5 runs scored, and the pitch. Slider hit deep to left, way back. It's gone. It's his 3rd home run of the day, and it's a grand slam. That's a tough break. That's rough, man. That's a hard pill to swallow. It's like the bullet. 10 runs is going to be a tough mountain to climb. 6 was tough enough. 10's going to take a miracle. Bowen's 3rd home run gives Shasta a 10-run lead. 22 runs on the board to Lassen's 12. So the base is now empty, no outs. And Kino Mizuto, the batter. First pitch goes for 4 runs in, no outs. 2-0 hitter Mizuto up. 0-1 count. 0-2. Bowen is seeing the ball real well today. 3 home runs. Hopefully we're using them all. We'll get any tomorrow. The 0-2 to Mizuta. Ground ball hit weakly to 3rd. Rackham charges, throws in the dirt. Bradbury sorts it out, catches it. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the top of the 9th. Goes 5-3. That'll bring Drew Reynolds to the plate. 1 hit for Reynolds today, 2 runs scored. Got 1 out here. Low. Hit pretty hard, but way foul and out of play.
Let's go, D-Man. Come on, babe.
Cougars didn't get the 0 they needed and now trail 10. The 0-1 hits him. The 0-1 hits Reynolds. And we'll have 1 out with a runner on first base. And that'll bring Giacomo Corsetti to the plate, right fielder. He has 3 hits. 7th at bat. Slider called a strike. 0-1, 1 out, runner on first base. 4 runs already in for Shasta. Might want to get some guys some at-bats in the 9th. The 0-1, another one. Slider, good. 0-2.
Oh, boy.
1 out. Oh, 2 runner at first. Slider in the dirt. Good pitch on 0-2. Cougs are holding the runner still. Down 10. Probably best. You play off them and they steal, there's going to be a lot of hard feelings going on. So they're holding them. Fouled out of play. Count remains 1-2. Shut it down.
8 RBIs. That's a pretty good day. Play 8 RBIs.
Who's this guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, coach. No problem.
1-2. Fastball. Fouled on the right field line. An offensive outburst by Shasta College. Putting up 22 runs. Who's got a good starting pitcher going tomorrow? And he hits the batter with the springs. There'll be runners on first and second. I'm hot. Hear me now? If you didn't hear me, it's not my fault. My mic's on. So we're back up. We're ready to go? All right, we're back on. Sorry about that. Can't help it. I am electronically inept. First pitch up. 1-0. And these big numbers, these 22 and 12, is partly the result of a very liberal, or I should say, a zone that was inconsistent. Megan's got to pop up the 1-0 pitch to third. Rackham's there, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs here in the top of 9th. Runners at first and second still. Nelson pops out to third. That'll bring up Hayes Edens. This is the 9th batter of the inning for Shasta. Eden has 1 hit. And he goes 0-1 here. This is 7th at bat and the 9th batter of the inning. Cougars could bounce back from this even if they don't come back in the 9th. Slider, nice pitch. Goes to 0-2. They got waxed by Butte in the opener last week. Real bad. 20-3. And came back with a great game win in game 1 of the doubleheader. Lost the second game of that doubleheader in a back and forth game. Was it what? 8-3. Not that back and forth. Backhanded by Rackham, beats the guy to the bag. The final out's made. We'll go to the bottom of 9th. Cougs down 10. As we inning of work, this time with a 10-run cushion. Strikes is what Shasta's looking for, and base runners is what Lassen's looking for. The comeback, the odds of coming back are almost insurmountable, but not impossible. Leading off the 9th will be Dax Sayer pinch hitting.
Let's go, Dax. Start it off right here.
Sayer hitting for Stutzman. Swinging a miss at a fastball up, 1-1. One goes for a ball, low, 2-1 the count. Sayer 341 on the year. He's been a pretty effective hitter. We're looking for runners. And the 2-1 swung and missed on a ball away. Makes count 2-2. Two pitch. Fastball popped up weakly, out of play down the first base line. Curtis will be pinch hitting for sure. Right now it's Sayer with a 2-2 offering. The pitch. Base hit left field. That was one. Let's keep hitting them.
Number 10, Curtis Lindsay.
Pinch hitting for Matt Scher will be Curtis Lindsay. Runner on first base. Shasta not holding the runner with the 10 spot lead. Sayre with a big lead. Not going to be going anywhere. And the old Lindsay. Up. Ball one. Just a double play candidate if the ball is hit on the ground. He's up a count 1-0 and a pitch. 2-0 in the dirt. Shasta blocks it. Runner does not advance. Now Shasta has a guy throwing just in case. Hurl brings 2-0 to Lindsay. Down 3-0. The Shadows are covering home plate, making it tough for the hitter. The ball caught of sun and then into the shade. It just makes it a little tougher. The 3-0. He has a green light on 3-0 down 10.
Twice now.
Getting his hacks in. Had a good swing at it, just a little bit late. And those the Shadows will help you be late. The 3-1. Down 4. Just what the doctor ordered. Lindsay walks.
Number 30, Jake Ortner.
What's his first name?
Jake.
Jake Ortner will be pinch hitting for Rackham. First and second, nobody out.
Let's go, Jake. Come on, babe.
Hurlbrink is struggling right now to find a zone. In a situation where all you got to do is throw strikes, and the odds are going to be you win the game. Throw it right down the middle. Odds are you're going to win the game. And he gets a borderline strike there that he didn't earn. He's been down to everybody. You'd think the zone would get big in a 10-run game. Maybe that's the case. But the count's 1-1 to Ortner. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Ortner, big guy. Ground ball can mean a double play. Runs just average at best. Lindsay with a huge lead at first. And the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off.
He did him a favor right there. Surprised he didn't go outside.
Might as well, huh?
What's he got?
So Sayre. What's that?
1-2.
Yeah. Sayre at second. Small lead. Lindsay at first. Big lead. Ortner at the plate with a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Fouled off again. Hanging in there. Pitch. Breaking ball up. Brink is struggling. I don't know if he's tired. I don't know how long his outings have been this year. But he's been up, and then down, mostly, and up. He's just searching for it and can't find it. Evens the count at 2-2 to Ortner. The 2-2. Down, ball 3. Tough take right there, huh? So he goes back to full. Ortner had a good day last week. Had a couple of clutch base hits. And the 3-2 on the way. Popped up. Shallow right field. Runners will not advance. And out number 1 is Ortner on F9.
Number 12, Oscar Castillo.
Pinch hitting for Logan Fisher will be Oscar Caicedo. Runners at first and second.
Come on, Oscar.
One out here in the ninth, and the first pitch is up and away for ball one. Is that Cripps? Caden Cripps is in the on-deck circle. And the 1-0 pitch is away for ball two. Guy will give you gray hairs. I'm telling you. All you got to do is throw strikes. See what happens. The 2-0. 3-0. With Cripps on deck. Cripps has a hamstring problem. I know he's taped pretty heavily. And the chance that he's healthy enough to go tomorrow, Coach Frank probably just wants to get him in that bat. And ball four, the bases are loaded. Cripps will be the batter. He's hitting for Nathan Rowley. Rupert's coming out and takes the ball. We'll be back after the change. A new pitcher for Shasta is Tyson Enciano. He's 0-1 with a 10.89 ERA. He'll be pitch hitter Cripps, who's hitting for Rowley. Bases, Cougs need a bunch, and there's one out. Shasta will trade outs for runs. And the 0-0 fastball right there, strike one. First base, no matter what he does. It's just that guy for tomorrow. And the 0-1 on the way. In the dirt, backhanded by the catcher. 1-1. I don't know what Shasta has for tomorrow. We'll be sending Vanek to the mound to start the game. Still got a pretty rested bullpen. Everybody had a pretty short outing today. The 1-1. Base hit left field. One run will score. They'll hold Lindsay at third. Cougars score one. Have bases loaded. One out. So Cougs score a run. And Crabtree will be hitting for Perez.
No. Drew.
For who?
Bradbury.
Sorry, it would be for Bradbury. Crabtree for Bradbury. Bases loaded. One run in. One out. The pitch. Breaking ball taken for a ball. The 1-0 fouled off. 1-1. 1 out. Bases loaded. Ninth, Cougs down 9. Just need to go 90 feet at a time till we get somebody up that can tie the game. Perez is the on-deck batter. Oh, ball just foul. Would have been a couple runs. Makes the count 1-2. One, two count. Cougs down a boat. Crabtree at the plate. 1 out. The pitch. Takes a close pitch for a ball. 2-2. Cougs trying to there in the 2-2. Ball 3.
The book isn't up here. Relax, dude.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ball 4 to Crabtree. Cougs score another run. Trail 8. 1 out, and Perez will be the batter. Perez, 4 hits and 5 at bats. Had a real good day. We could use that day to continue. And the 0-0 on the way. Called strike. Juan showing bad body language at the plate on a call he thought was a ball. No time for that, guys. Playing him late in the infield. Bases loaded, 0-1. 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike 2. So Perez down 0-2. Cougs have scored 2. Down 8. Time still a long way in the bottom of that dugout. The 0-2 on the way. Taking for a ball. 1-2. The sun could also be a problem for the third baseman this time of day. Comes up to the concession stand. It makes it tough to see. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
First 2 strikes were tough, and that last one pitch was a good pitch.
That'll bring Drew Gale to the plate. Pitch hitting for Davenport. Base is still drunk. Now there's 2 outs. And the 0-0 to Gale. Ball's hit really hard to left field. Left fielder's going back. He's not going to come up with it. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold Ortner at third. Or Crabtree at third. Gale gets a 2-out double to score 2 runs. Leaves the Cougars in 6 with 2 outs. We scored 4. So 4 runs here in the 9th. Top of the order, Jack Ingram the batter. Breaking ball called a strike, 0-1. Ingram 3 hits on the day. His 7th at bat. The 0-1. Breaking ball taken. 1-1. Gale juiced that ball pretty good. Hit a home run a couple weekends ago. I'd have popped him for how slow you going around the bases, but that's okay. And the 1-1 with 2 outs. Jack fouls it off his foot, and that one hurt. That one's going to need some work tonight and tomorrow by the trainer. By the way, Ember Whipple, our trainer, as good as it gets. She works relentless hours treating our athletes, getting them ready to play games. And Jack might need to see her tomorrow. The count goes to 1-2, and the pitch to Ingram. Breaking ball, hit pretty well to left field, but the left fielder's there, catches it, game's over. We'll see you tomorrow for the 1 o'clock start. Cougs lose 22-16.